You guys, I swear I wasn't even looking for it. I was just browsing old emulator forums, and someone casually mentioned this insane APK like it was nothing, and boom, it hit me. Sarbe Surf, that broken, cursed knockoff we all joked about years ago.
No freaking way, man. There's no chance someone actually went back and modded that game. It was so garbage, it didn't even deserve to exist. Like, I remember crashing just by tapping the pause button.
Dude, I'm getting chills. Just hearing the name again. That game felt like it was made by someone who had never seen real light before. Like it had that weird humming behind the silence, like an old fridge that's haunted.
Wait, are we talking about the one where instead of coins you picked up, like, fragments? And the walls were all that sick yellowish wallpaper that looked like old hospitals?
That's the one, man, and don't forget the tunnels that stretched forever and sometimes blinked out like the textures didn't want to load and the character's face would glitch for like one frame.
Yeah! Well, this mod someone posted is called Sarbe Surf Dark Edition.apk, and I already downloaded it and scanned it. It's clean, apparently, and it actually boots. I tested it on BlueStacks, and bro, the menu is messed.
Okay, hold up. I'm opening it now too, just to see how cursed this thing is. It doesn't even feel ironic. It feels aware.
There's no sound at all when it loads, just this low static in my headphones, and then it kicks straight into the tunnel. No loading screen, no nothing. It's like it skips part of the code and just throws you in.
I'm watching my screen and swear to God something flashed across the tracks like a face or a mask. I don't know, but it wasn't part of the UI. It was like just outside the game engine itself.
Same here, bro. Something flickered in the corner and it wasn't like a bug. It looked rendered like it wanted me to see it for just a split second. But I wasn't supposed to look right at it, you know.
I think the game is starting itself now on my end. I didn't touch anything, but when I opened Discord, it just launched and my character is already running. I didn't press a single key.
Wait. That's happening to me, too. I tried to close it, and it reopened immediately, like 3 times, and now it's not showing up in my task manager, but it's still running in the background.
Guys, I just saw something new in the menu after crashing out. It says Night Pursuit under the usual level options, but I don't remember that from the original or even the mod. Anyone else seeing this?
Yeah, it just showed up here too after I hit like 400 meters and died. It's now a selectable mode. And when I click it, it just locks the whole screen and starts this really slow zoom into a dark corridor. I swear it looks real.
My screen just froze on that same thing. I clicked Night Pursuit, and the game stopped responding, but the background kept moving like a hallway camera, and it feels like it's not part of the game anymore.
Guys, we might have seriously messed up downloading this. Like, I know it sounds paranoid, but this thing isn't acting like software. It's more like it's watching us while we try to play it.
I swear when I clicked Night Pursuit, my webcam indicator blinked like just for a second, even though I haven't given BlueStacks any camera permission, and it immediately creeped me out, so I covered it with tape.
Wait. That actually happened to me too just now, and I thought maybe my room light reflected something. But no, it was the camera LED blinking, and then the game started dragging my runner without input.
Guys, my runner is literally not stopping. Like, I pressed escape. I alt-tabbed. I even opened Task Manager. But it doesn't register the process anymore. It's like the emulator is ghosted, but the runner keeps going in the background.
I'm recording my screen now to show you because this is seriously not okay. What the hell is this level? This wasn't in the game before.
There's like this mechanical groaning now. Not music, not even ambience. It's like someone mixed human whispering with a train brake sound. And it's looping in bursts randomly and it makes my head hurt.
Dude, I just tried uninstalling it, and it's not there. Like, literally no folder, no .apk, no cache. I searched every folder manually. It's like it was never saved, but it's still running.
Mine just opened again after restart, and there was a split-second frame of some figure in the tunnel, like tall black outline, with something glowing red inside the hood. I wish I didn't blink when it appeared.
I'm starting to think this mod isn't just some edgy fan project. Like, how would it get embedded this deep into emulator behavior without any installer or registry logs?
Also, I just want to point out that the Night Pursuit mode doesn't have a pause or menu anymore. It's like it just goes and goes, and the longer it runs, the more broken everything gets. Like, even my mouse is lagging outside the game.
I stopped my stream for a moment, and the OBS froze completely on one frame, where behind my facecam overlay, you can see like a silhouette in my room, and I'm alone.
Bro, that is not normal. That is not screen artifacting. That's a full shape standing behind you and it lines up with your room depth. I'm getting goosebumps right now just looking at this.
Okay. I just checked again, and now my keyboard backlight turned red on its own, and I can't change it in the settings. It's locked there. Like the function keys don't even respond anymore, and the light flickers every time I pass 100 meters in-game.
Guys, I don't want to sound hysterical, but I just physically heard something scrape behind my desk right as the runner passed 666 meters, and then the game zoomed into pitch black and froze. But I swear, I felt cold air on my back.
The exact same thing happened to me, but instead of the game freezing, the screen went black. And then a message flashed for like half a second. I barely caught it, but it said, "He runs until you stop." And then my lights flickered.
That phrase came up for me too, but it said, "You stopped, he didn't." And after that, it just locked my mouse movement entirely for like 10 seconds, and I could hear breathing in my headphones, but I muted the emulator, so where the hell was it coming from?
I'm trying to hard reset my PC right now because after that I got a text from a number not in my contacts and it just said, "Still running" with no punctuation. And when I clicked it, the whole phone restarted by itself. I'm legit panicking.
I don't know what we downloaded, but it's not a game anymore. And I'm seriously considering just unplugging everything because when I tried to shut off the monitor, it came back on with that same red text blinking, "Run again?" Don't shut down yet, I think. If we all stop together, it might reset whatever this thing is, because it keeps referencing together and 5. And I'm starting to think the game needs us all online at the same time to stay active.
Okay. I just rewatched Jack's stream frame by frame, and the silhouette behind him in that screenshot doesn't move at all for 3 whole seconds. But in the next frame, it's suddenly gone, and the camera stutters like something passed through.
What's worse is that in my webcam feed just now, I saw movement behind me in the reflection from my window. But I turned around and obviously nothing was there. But then I looked back, and the runner in-game was just standing still, waiting like it paused itself.
This is sounding insane, but I think the game knows when we're watching it. Like mine won't do anything weird unless I'm staring at it. But if I look away for more than 10 seconds and then look back, it jumps to some corrupted hallway segment. That's not in the code.
I tried launching BlueStacks without the game and it still loaded the runner immediately, and this time the corridor was lined with photos. But when I zoomed in, they were all distorted images of us, like from our social media, only glitched and overexposed.
It just locked my whole desktop when I alt-tabbed, and the screen went black and then showed a fake Windows interface where the only icon was the game's logo, but it was cracked and bleeding pixels from it, like a wound.
New message popped up in-game right after I crashed. "Don't leave him alone." And then it showed 5 runner shadows on the tunnel floor, not just mine, and each had a different height and posture, like it's mapping all of us.
Something's moving outside my room right now. I live alone, and I just heard very clear, slow footsteps in the hallway. I muted my mic for a second, but I swear they matched the game's audio pattern when the red glow pulses in Night Pursuit.
Okay, I'm done. I'm unplugging everything. I don't care if this ruins the rig. I'm not sitting through this crap anymore. I can feel pressure in my chest every time the screen pulses. It's like my body is reacting to something that shouldn't be real.
I get it, man. I really do. But maybe that's exactly what it wants us to do. Like quit mid-cycle and scatter. If we stop now, maybe it just finds us one by one. We need to stay online together and get through whatever this thing is showing us.
I'm done with this. I don't care what's left to explore or if it's some elaborate ARG. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. After seeing that thing in Brandon's stream, I haven't slept, and my monitor just powered on by itself 20 minutes ago without touching anything.
Breaking news this morning as the disappearance of 19-year-old Brandon Keller from Lincoln, Nebraska sparks national attention. The teenager was last seen during a live stream in a private Discord server where he and 4 friends were reportedly playing a modified version of a mobile game titled Sarbe Surf Dark Edition.
According to police reports released just an hour ago, Brandon's apartment was found locked from the inside with no signs of disturbance. Lights were still on, his computer was powered, but the display showed only a black screen with a pulsing message in red that read, "He will run forever," a phrase now central to the investigation.
Sources close to the investigation have confirmed that the game in question, distributed as an APK file under the name Sarbe, Surf, Dark Edition, .apk, does not match any known signatures in antivirus databases or emulator environments, and early analysis shows the file resists deletion once launched. A screenshot from Brandon's live stream has surfaced online, showing what appears to be a hooded figure standing behind him during gameplay, moments before the stream froze and he went completely silent.
Law enforcement officials have yet to confirm whether the figure in the image is related to Brandon's disappearance, but investigators have seized his computer and are currently conducting a forensic analysis on the device, which appears to be locked in a state police technicians described as software loop with hardware override.
Digital forensic analysts from Cybertrace Labs say that the file appears to create a hidden runtime environment within the emulator itself, hijacking input and output processes. And at least 2 Discord friends of Brandon have claimed that their versions of the game continued running even after forced shutdown attempts. What's even more disturbing is that the game seems to generate content dynamically. Clara, you mentioned in your segment last hour that textures inside the game's tunnels are being pulled from players' real data sources, including social media photos and personal files. Is that accurate? That's what we've seen so far? Yes. In one verified screen capture taken by a Discord user involved in the same session, a hallway inside the game was covered in stretched, warped images matching Facebook profile pictures of the group's members.
Brandon is now the 3rd confirmed missing person linked to this game since early this year, with similar cases emerging in Colorado and Utah, where young men disappeared under nearly identical circumstances. No struggle, computers left on, all playing some form of this same untraceable runner game.
Officials are now advising the public to immediately report any appearance of Sarbe Surf or any variant of it, and to avoid downloading suspicious APK files from unknown sources, especially those distributed without official store verification. The FBI Cyber Unit has officially opened a federal investigation into the case.
I just launched mine again, and this time the intro screen had a completely different phrase. Instead of run or die, it said stay or vanish. And behind it, there was this dim silhouette just standing between 2 rails, not moving, not blinking.
Look, I replayed the stream segment, and when Brandon froze, it was right after he entered that night pursuit hallway again and passed 999 meters. I think that number is important, like some kind of threshold. Something changes there. Maybe it's the only way to reach the end.
You're not listening. I don't think this game has an end at all. I think the moment you hit that mode, you stop being the player and start being the one hunted. The environment isn't looping randomly anymore. It's adjusting itself based on our actions or our fear or I don't know what.
That's the thing, I think it doesn't need permission anymore. I checked my registry and the file wrote itself into places I didn't even know existed, and now every time I open my browser, it redirects me to a blank page titled, "The Tunnel Remembers."
That's exactly why I'm out. It's escalating every time, and it's not random, it's targeted. It knows our names, our faces, our hardware, and now it's digging into real life. I heard my door creak open last night, but nothing was there. And I live in a goddamn studio apartment.
Guys, listen. I reached out to an old Cybersec guy I follow from DEF CON forums. He looked at the .apk we uploaded and said, it has no known exit conditions. The file is structured as an infinite loop with conditional triggers based on system feedback. He said, quote, the game is listening back.
What the hell does that even mean? How can a game listen back through emulator layers? That's not possible unless it's injecting itself through runtime privilege. But that would require admin rights, and none of us gave it those.
Then that proves it. The connection isn't just digital. This thing is parasitic, and the only way to break it might be to complete whatever it's trying to force on us, if there's even a way to finish it at all.
You guys aren't seeing the bigger picture. This isn't about gameplay anymore. This is something viral, something coded like a ritual, and every time we run it, we make it stronger. I don't want to be part of this experiment anymore. I deleted everything and did a full wipe. I'm out.
He hasn't come back online since that night. It's been 2 full days, and no activity on Steam or Discord or even socials. And now that I think of it, he mentioned having recurring dreams about the tunnels before we even played this version.
Are you sure about this?
I'm going live in 5 minutes. I've got everything ready, including 2 separate recordings on different drives, and I've locked the camera feed, so if anything glitches or shows up again, I'll have full logs this time. I don't care what happens. I'm not going dark like Brandon did.
We've confirmed a third civilian device running the same APK across a secure line in North Dakota last week. And just like the previous 2 incidents, there was no detectable traffic in or out of the machine. Yet the application somehow maintained constant runtime and screen activity for over 36 hours.
I reviewed the metadata from the seized hard drive, and there's something deeply wrong with how this game interacts with system memory. It doesn't behave like a typical Android emulation package. It reads memory blocks that haven't even been allocated to the emulator.
We've confirmed a third civilian device running the same APK across a secure line in North Dakota last week. And just like the previous 2 incidents, there was no detectable traffic in or out of the machine. Yet the application somehow maintained constant runtime and screen activity for over 36 hours. That's consistent with the Colorado file too. We thought it was just unstable code at first, but this looks intentional, designed to break containment and treat the host machine as an execution shell, not a sandbox runtime. That's consistent with the Colorado file too. We thought it was just unstable code at first, but this looks intentional, designed to break containment and treat the host machine as an execution shell, not a sandbox runtime. Negative on origin trace so far, but there's something else. We got a hit on archive traffic from 2012, predating any of the current incidents. The same name appeared in a flagged report under cyber anomalies involving an abandoned military base in Iowa, reference line SARB 13.
This time, Uwaiba. That's not coincidence, no way. We're talking about a blacklisted file pattern showing up nearly a decade ago in an unrelated network with no shared IP lineage. How does a digital signature survive untouched for that long?
Negative on origin trace so far, but there's something else. We got a hit on archive traffic from 2012, predating any of the current incidents. The same name appeared in a flagged report under cyber anomalies involving an abandoned military base in Iowa, reference line SARB 13. Another thing, and I don't say this lightly, the game references specific phrases that are nowhere in the code. Our scans turn up no text, strings saying, "He will run forever," or "Don't leave him alone." They appear visually, but they don't exist in the raw file.
Then that would mean the visual output isn't being rendered from code, it's being inserted dynamically from outside. Something is writing to the frame buffer independently of the software environment.
Another thing, and I don't say this lightly, the game references specific phrases that are nowhere in the code. Our scans turn up no text, strings saying, "He will run forever," or "Don't leave him alone." They appear visually, but they don't exist in the raw file.
Because if it kicks into the same hallucination shit we saw before, you might not even realize when the stream ends. Like last time, the footage literally cut out without us noticing, and no one caught it until it was too late.
You need to tell us exactly what you see every step of the way. Because last time you stopped talking when the screen went black and we thought it was lag. But you said afterward it was like something was whispering right in your room.
I still think this is a trap. I know I left, but I'm here just to watch. If this thing escalates again, you shut it down and kill power. No discussion, don't try to solve anything. It's not a puzzle, it's bait.
I'm already 200 meters into night pursuit, and everything's darker than I remember. The tunnel has no ceiling now, just endless vertical blackness, and the sides are pulsing like breathing walls. There's no sound, not even static. It's completely silent.
Are you still using keyboard input or is it moving on its own?
I'm pressing nothing. The runner just started running on its own, and I've disabled controller binds and even unplugged my mouse, and the character keeps dodging by itself. It's like it knows what's coming before it renders.
What's ahead? Are there obstacles? Patterns?
No obstacles at all, just depth and shadows at first. But now shapes are starting to emerge from the walls. They don't move like enemies. They're more like figures leaning out watching, and every 100 meters, one of them shifts closer.
You guys won't believe this, but I just launched my game and the tunnel is gone. I'm in a single narrow room, and there's a mirror at the end with flickering lighting, and when I looked at it, the face wasn't the runner model. It was mine, just slightly wrong.
Shut that off. Right now, I'm not even joking. I've seen descriptions of that exact event in old internet archives. When looking into Sarbay stuff last week, they said once the game mimics your face, the damage is already done.
666 meters. I just hit it, and everything froze. The tunnel evaporated, and I'm in what looks like a subway platform, with no train, no sounds. The runner stopped in place, and the camera is slowly turning by itself to face him.
Don't move. Don't click anything. Just describe what you see.
His head is twitching slightly, like a low frame rate animation, and the screen is zooming in slowly. It's replacing his face with mine. I swear it's scanning my camera right now and layering it over the model frame by frame.
Mine did the same. I Alt F4'd and even Task Manager didn't show the process. I had to hard shut the emulator and it still popped back on with a black screen and just one sentence. You ran too far to stop now.
The face on the model is fully mine now. It even has the scar above my left eyebrow. But the eyes are pitch black and there's static noise coming in through my speakers. Even though I muted all channels, I tried, it won't stop. OBS is frozen and the game is overriding my desktop. It pushed everything else away and my cursor is gone. I'm looking into my own eyes now and I swear the mouth on the model just moved, but I didn't say anything.
Bro, shut it down. Now. Don't wait for an ending. This isn't a cutscene, it's interaction. If you let it continue, it'll try to overwrite more than just the runner model. I'm serious. Jack, end the stream.
You really think there's something to finish? That this thing even has an endpoint?
I talked to someone. He's not a hacker. He's something else. He's seen this before, and he said if we all go in together and do it at the same time, maybe we can overload it or break the loop before it completes whatever this thing is trying to finish. Then this is it. We go in at the same time. Night pursuit. Full sync. No backing out. No escape. Key. Just one run, and we see what happens after that. Ryan?
I don't know, man. I've seen stuff inside this game that didn't come from code. It came from somewhere else. I don't think we're supposed to be able to stop it.
We either try or we wait to disappear one by one, and I'm done waiting. If it's gonna take me, I want to look it in the eyes when it happens, not through a broken mirror or a dying webcam feed.
I shouldn't even be here. I already disconnected, I destroyed everything, and yet my phone vibrated today with no SIM, no power. And the screen flashed just once. It said the tunnel is not finished. So maybe it followed me, maybe I never left.
On my Mark III.
I'm ready.
I'm already in the launcher, just say the word.
2 dots.
I'm here.
1 dot.
Loaded in already at 0 meters, but the tunnel looks different. It's narrower now, and the walls are closing in. It's not endless anymore. It's closing like a vein or a throat.
Mine's flooded. There's water rising on both sides, and I'm not running. I'm swimming forward, and every stroke feels heavier, like I'm moving through memory, not liquid.
I'm not in a tunnel. I'm in my room. But it's not my room. Everything's reversed. Like a mirrored version, and out the window there's no street. Just rails and black fog.
I'm back in my childhood house. The hall is stretching and warping like rubber, and all the doors are sealed except one, and I can hear whispering from behind it. It's my voice over and over.
There's no more character, the runner's gone. It's just my view now, and something is chasing me. I can't see it, but I can feel the footsteps matching mine, but always just half a beat behind.
There's someone in the water with me. I saw a face float past me, but it was mine completely. Still, eyes open, mouth closed, staring up through the surface like waiting to breathe again.
The mirror in my hallway just cracked, and I looked into it, and my reflection didn't move. I waved, and it stayed still, then smiled on its own.
The door opened.
Something just whispered my name in my own voice, but backwards. And now the game is showing a counter 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Like I've started something, not ended it.
My screen just froze on a red-tinted frame, and it shows all 4 of us from behind, like we're running in sync. But there's a 5th shadow behind us, taller, faster gaining.
I think I see Brandon.
My room just got darker for real. My lights are still on, but the shadows are too long. They don't match the angles. Something's in here.
I can't breathe in-game, and I'm starting to feel it out here too. My lungs are tightening every time the water rises.
The screen says, "You are almost there." And everything around me is melting. The textures, the walls, the air, it's all dripping into one line that stretches ahead forever.
Tonight's top story. 5 young men from different states have vanished in the span of 1 week under eerily similar circumstances. All of them were reportedly involved in a late-night gaming session involving a mysterious file titled Sarbe Surf Dark Edition.apk, which now appears to be central to an ongoing federal investigation.
Police departments in Nebraska, Colorado, and Oregon have declined to comment on any potential link between the 5 missing individuals, though internal sources confirm that each residence was found with an active PC system, blacked-out monitors, and identical phrases blinking faintly across the screen. Phrases like, "Run again," and "Don't leave him alone."
In a chilling new development, investigators recovered logs from a private Discord server tied to the group showing that all 5 entered a mode called Night Pursuit at the same time, after which no digital activity was recorded from any of their accounts. One log ended mid-sentence with the words, "He's behind me." The Sarbe Surf file remains untraceable, with all known download links leading to dead hosts and no index servers reporting its distribution. Cybersecurity experts say it may be using non-standard propagation methods or coded to self-delete after activation.
An anonymous consultant working under the alias SpecterNode told reporters that Sarbe Surf may not be a game at all, but rather a self-sustaining recursion system designed to imitate and eventually consume user identities, claiming it is not malware, it's a ritual-wearing software as skin.
That same source linked this file to a dormant signature identified in a 2012 case involving missing teenagers in Eastern Europe, all of whom exhibited identical signs, vanishing after prolonged exposure to a distorted, endless runner with unauthorized hardware access. And now, a still image reportedly taken from the final stream of one of the victims has surfaced online, sparking viral panic.
Above the figures, just barely visible through the grain and flickering compression, the words, "Run again," appear slowly, 1 letter at a time, before the screen freezes completely.
With no official explanation and no suspects, families are left searching for answers as communities demand action. But the only thing left behind in each case was the same tunnel, the same silence, and a game that isn't supposed to exist. For now, Sarbe Surf remains offline, unindexed and unstoppable, a phantom file whispering across broken forums, waiting for the next click.